If I was him, I apologize for that whack ass response my damn self. Cover it up. You know what I mean? Because damn, when that shit first came out, I was like, yo, might delete later. Nigga, you got to delete this shit now, cause this shit can't be found. Anyway, I gotta start this podcast. Hey, yo, it's your boy, Vance Michel, a.k.a. Vito Blaze, a.k.a. V-Love, man. I was supposed to had this podcast episode to your ears early in the week, but yo, I've been running around trying to promote my comedy special. You know, I'm running around trying to lift that shit to ground, running around trying to get these ticket sales up. Like, I'm with my promoter hat on, my promoter cap, and I can't stop. I'm just out here on the streets like, yo, can you make sure you come to my comedy special on April 20th? And not only am I having one show, but I'm having two shows. Like, this is what I'm doing on the same night. After I do one show, I'm doing another one, an hour, and we ain't doing all of that. People always asking me, and what's the crazy thing is people asking me how much time you gonna do? How much time? Oh yeah, these are the comedians that's asking me. First of all, I know half of them are just asking me because, you know, they just want to know. And they don't really want to help me with the shit. They just want to know, just to fucking know. Like, oh, if he's doing 30 minutes and that's how much I got to focus on to do mines. That's not, I know. I get some motherfuckers that ask me how much time you doing without even asking me what's up, asking me how my day was, without even asking me, hey, without even saying hello to me, without even saying, hey, Vance, what's up? Motherfuckers might not have seen me in some days, some odd days. And they will be like, hey, how much time you doing for your special? I'll just look at the nigga like, I tell them what I'm about to do or how much I'm about to think I'm about to do. I tell them like 30, 40, 45. But then I look at them like, man, who the fuck? Who you spying for? Who you want this information for? Actually, I know you want this information for yourself, but damn, son, it's like that. Out here, I see the shit. Anyway, I'm running around. Like I said, I'm running around here. I'm literally running around. And you know what I noticed? I'm 42 years old, and sometimes my knee ain't cooperating sometimes, B. I could just be like walking in from a nice walk, and then, okay, there might be a step in front of me. Maybe 3 steps. I ain't even gotta go up a flight of steps. You hear me? I'm just gotta go take 2 steps up. Maybe when I go inside my door, 2 steps up to the level, but it's just some steps. Anyway, I popped my whole knee. Like, I took the first step and I popped my whole knee. Like, my shit just felt like it just, I don't know, like twisting in there. It didn't really twist though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like I really fractured my shit, but I felt like some old man pain. And then after that, I had to like really walk my leg out and I was actually looking for the pain medication cream that I have in my house. I was like, let me fucking find out. I gotta find this imitation ass Bengay that I'm looking for right now so I can put on my knee, rub on my knee so it can feel good. You know, that shit, they got that aloe, like the fake, like vapor rub, but it ain't vapor rub. It's the one that's for your pain. My dad used to pull that shit out all the time. Like, and I remember this, my dad was around 45, 46, 47 around this time he was doing this shit. And he'll pull that shit out. Like, oh, get the Bengay and pull that shit on his knee, or he'll be like, yeah, Vince, can you put some Bengay on my back? Cause motherfucker couldn't reach his back and shit. So now I'm fucking putting Bengay and I'm getting the smell of that shit on mine. That shit just, it kind of gave me some trauma a little bit. Maybe I'm traumatized a little bit from the Bengay. That's why I'm like, oh damn, it's my time. It's my time for me to put the motherfucking Bengay. That shit crazy. I don't even want to say that right now, but that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm getting old and shit. I remember my mom too. I would look at my mom, and what's crazy is that my mom be old and she'll drink coffee all the fucking time. And then I'll be like, yo, I'm not drinking this shit. This shit ain't got no sugar. At least put some milk in it and a lot of sugar for me to drink it. And that was the only way I would drink it. I'll drink that with my pen, with my bread and my peanut butter or bread with Haitian bread with butter. With some coffee, that shit will be on point. Matter of fact, I need to get me motherfucking loaves of some Haitian bread right now. Cause I'm fiending for that. I'm fiending for that. You understand? I'm Haitian, B. You understand, B? Fucking cravings just come out of nowhere. You think I don't, you think I'm like Haitian bread and chocolate? Like I want that shit right now. I don't know. And then there's sometimes where I could eat, like I want grilled plantains right out of the blue. I want some tasso beef. I want some bun in sauce. Like, yeah, I want some bun and sauce. Like, not even a fried plantain. Just give me bun and sauce. Give me some maimoune or ziri blanc, sauce noir all day. Yeah, sauce noir. What? Motherfuckers don't know shit about that shit, man. Anyway, yo, I was saying the coffee thing because I was like, oh wow, the coffee. My mom, she was drinking coffee all the time, and I never thought I'll be drinking coffee straight black, and now here I am drinking coffee straight black. Like sometimes I might take a double here. Oh, and I'm in Canada, so double here is like 2 creams, 2 sugars, right? 2 creams, 2 sugars. That's what we say. When we want 2 creams, 2 sugars, we just say double. So, yo, but sometimes most of the times, give me my coffee, I'll take that shit black, straight black. Cause I taste the flavor. I actually taste the flavor. And I'm out here really saying like, yeah, McCafe is the best coffee because of the flavor, and you could give me that shit black. Like I'm not even fucking with all that iced coffees with the whipped cream on top. Like you just out here just doing too damn much with your coffee now. You got it's not even coffee, really. You sipping your coffee drinks with the whipped cream in it, with the vanilla, almond, hazelnuts, all types of flavors. Yo, that's not even fucking coffee. Y'all left me. Y'all not drinking coffee. You're not out here sipping that real espresso. That you ain't drinking no Italiano. You ain't drinking no Americano. Yo, they know some coffee though. Italians, Turkish people know some coffee. That's what I like about it. Like, I like every place got their own type of flavor with the coffee. And not every place could do it right. But the places I just said, like Turkey and Italy, they doing Brazil, Colombian, you know, they doing chicks and coffee out there, right? They doing chicks, coffee, and candy, right? Colombia. That's my C's. They doing it right. If they doing cheese right too, I might just be out there. You know what I'm saying? Cheese, chicks, candy, and coffee is the spot. And it looks like they doing that in Colombia. But yeah, man, I've been running around doing my goddamn special. As I'm running around, I'm catching news left and right. I see motherfucking OJ just died. OJ died like 2 days ago. Here's the thing about OJ Simpson being dead. Okay, and you know, a lot of people will say that OJ, you know, allegedly killed his wife, even though he beat trial. There's still people out here that'll be like, oh, OJ did it. Because it's just some judgmental motherfuckers out here that ain't got no lives beyond their own life, that they rather spend their energy judging a person they probably have never met. But they just feel like it. They just feel like, hey, OJ Simpson. They just feel like being part of the goddamn crowd. You know, like this shit done with. OJ, the trial done with. Let's move on. But you know, Caitlyn Jenner, as soon as OJ died, she tweeted out good riddance. Now, you know what's really disgusts me right now is it's not all this OJ hate. It's the OJ hate has been there. You know, even when OJ Simpson was alive, people were still saying he was a murderer. And plus he came out with a book saying, if I killed Nicole Simpson, I'll get away with it anyway, cause I'm OJ Simpson. So like, yo, it is what it is, but he beat trial. And here's the deal. If like he got judged, They put the evidence, whatever. He got judged. Now, if you feel justice wasn't served, then justice wasn't served. Maybe you felt that in your heart, but for you to keep saying like, he's a murderer, da-da-da. The man's dead. He's dead. I mean, he's gone. I mean, let's not forget he was a legendary running back. He did some great works. Hopefully, and he did those works so he could have a legacy. His legacy wasn't beating murder or being an alleged murder. Like, what are you gonna go out as an alleged murder? The motherfucker beat child. On records, he ain't murdered nobody, and on records, he done great things. So, like, what's up with all this hate? This hate fake, B. This hate wild. And for Caitlyn Jenner to say good riddance, that's wild too. Because you ain't say that. You ain't keep that same energy when he was alive. I wish OJ would come back alive on motherfuckers. I wonder if motherfuckers still keep that same energy. All these motherfuckers right now talking about, yeah, he's murdered. I mean, like, yeah. And plus, okay, you want to hate, but like, I see a lot of hate, but right now, and what if from motherfuckers who wasn't even hating before? You wasn't hating OJ like this in 2020 or 2021. Like, where this come from, B? I mean, if you was hating when it happened, cool, but I bet you that shit died out. Now, if that shit came back, you was a fucking sucker for that. That's sucker shit. That shit came back, that shit sucker shit. If you had hate for OJ and your shit died out, right? You ain't keep up that same energy up until 2022. Then you try to come back when the man's out? Man, fuck that. That's a sucker shit. Straight up sucker shit. Speaking of some sucker shit right now is the fact that J. Cole had a diss track on Kendrick because, Kendrick was on a song with Future on Metro Boomin. This was some past news, which, everybody was like, hey, yo, where's Drake? And J. Cole, they gonna clap back. Well, J. Cole clapped back, but here's the thing. He respondedly sat back after the clap back. His ass sat back, which is weird because we ain't never heard that coming out of any kind of rap beef. Like, a lot of people on the internet said they skipped a couple of steps because usually it'd be like a couple of motherfuckers be like, yo, they need to chill before this shit get out of hand. But nah, man. J. Cole already said he went on stage and he was like, yo, that was the wackest shit I've ever felt. He felt like a clown doing that. He felt like that was some goofy shit that he did. And I felt it I felt it too. I felt it even in them lyrics, even in them bars. They were kind of goofy too. Because he was trying to reiterate Jay-Z's bar that he had for Nas. And then he was trying to say that about Kendrick. But I'm like, oh, wait a second, man. Kendrick shit ain't, you gonna talk about 4 albums and only 2 of them was classics. Nah, I don't even think so. Like, he have all 4 albums and all 4 albums are hot. So like, people, you need to stop. People were like, what? 2 niggas? Like, when Jay-Z said that shit about Nas, and I like Nas, and I was like, okay, that shit made sense, but niggas was saying, wait a second, you trying to say that Kendrick had not one hot album? Well, and everybody was like, even a lot of your fans was like, but this nigga, all his albums was hot. I don't even know what this nigga talking about. That bar didn't hit. That shit didn't resonate with niggas. It didn't resonate. That's what I'm saying. If your shit had resonate with niggas, then when Tupac came up with Hit 'Em Up, a lot of Biggie fans felt that because he was saying a lot of shit that even Biggie fans were like, damn, that's why that shit the number 1 diss track of all time right now. Because even Biggie fans will hear that shit and be like, he went too hard, harder than Nas did on Ether, which is like the second. I feel like that's the second best diss record of all time. And then I guess the third one would be No Vaseline. And everybody, and every single one of those motherfuckers, I think they feel guilty for they diss. Well, we don't know about Tupac though. We don't know about Tupac's, but You know, like the harder, but it ain't never reached there. None your shit. Nope. You, like I said earlier, I was talking on the low, but like I might say this on the high right now. Yeah, it was, you said it might delete later, but I won't be surprised if I go on Spotify right now and that shit deleted. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. That'd be crazy. You said it might delete later and you end up deleting that. That'll be history. That'll be crazy. Crazy history to me. Yeah, you might as well delete that. Just delete that. Delete that. You apologize already. Why don't you just apologize then delete? Fuck, I'll do. You know what I mean? That's what they do out there. They be out there, when motherfuckers do some bullshit out here, like we had this French Canadian actor who made a joke online using the N-word, and he deleted that shit. He deleted his tweet, whatever. He deleted it. And he apologized. That's what you need to do. Just delete. Just delete that shit. You know what? I ain't gonna delete from my mind though, that I actually saw the solar eclipse. Yes, I live in Montreal, so I was actually in the path of totality. I never actually put those three words together until this week. I never heard of path of totality until this week. That's how I know. That's how I know. That's how you know. I know. You know. I was in the goddamn solar eclipse for the first time, and I was about to ignore the whole shit. I was about to ignore this whole motherfucking thing. Now, a lot of y'all out there like, what? He was about to ignore the eclipse. I wish I could be where he was at. But yeah, I was about to ignore this once in a lifetime thing. I could have sworn I saw this when I thought maybe I could have missed this when I was young. But now, anyway, I was in the path of totality. Yeah, Monday, April 8th. And that shit was great. That shit was worth all the hype that everybody was talking about, because, you know, I was hearing things like, oh, don't look at the eclipse. Like 2 weeks before this, I'm hearing, don't look at it with your eyes. And the kids actually got a day off because, you know, back in the day, you know, you probably get to see it with glasses on or something like that. But now, like where I was at, the kids, they said, yo, you know what? You guys take a whole day off, spend it with your family to go watch this once in a lifetime shit. And I was about to ignore this, yo, but I got peer pressured. Somebody bought me those glasses, 3D glasses. I was like, yo, what is this? This ain't gonna protect me from the sun. Like, it actually did. They're like you can't see shit with these glasses, but but you could see the sun. And then with these glasses, you could see the moon creeping over the sun when it was starting, when the eclipse is starting. But you gotta take you can't wear the glasses on when the eclipse is on because it's all black. That's when you see the moon in front of the goddamn sun. So now you gotta take your glasses off, but you gotta put it back on. I guess when the sun is about to leave, the moon is about to leave the sun because the moon is blocking the sun. And then once it starts creeping away, the rays you get concentrated rays, and you got to wear those glasses to protect them. But if you've been looking at the sun all your life, you're straight. Cause I've been looking at the sun all my damn life. It was like I was prepared for this moment all my life. For real, when the shit was moving away, I ain't feel no different in my eyesight or nothing like that. Even later, I was just like, oh, everything adjusted right. The colors, the lights. When I looked down, I was great. I was thinking I was about to get blinded by the goddamn sun. Like I was about to be out here like on some Stevie Wonder shit. But nope, I was good. And I'm blessed to actually see that total solar eclipse. It was like I swear to God, I don't know if I was high. I was high, just smoking weed. I ain't drink nothing, but I was smoking a lot of weed. And then I was looking at the moon in front of the sun. At one point, when that shit started leaving in front of the sun, that shit started looking like a disco ball. Like that shit was crazy ill. And the way how it gets dark and then boom, you see that shit in the sky, and then boom, it gets dark and then it gets light again. It's like a whole fucking experience, B. I don't think any, like, you could see pictures, okay? I seen pictures in movies about the same shit I saw. Okay, I ain't even seen pictures and movies in 4K, 8K. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing like being in the middle of seeing that shit in front of you with your real eyes. Ain't nothing like seeing that shit. And it's an image I can't even, like, I'll never forget that shit. That shit was burned in the back of my mind, in my cerebellum. It's in there. It's in, like, I seen this shit about 4 days ago, and I felt like I seen that shit 2 seconds ago. It was like a near religious experience. I ain't gonna lie. Just looking at this shit, I ain't gonna say, maybe I was too high when I seen this shit, but maybe that was just the way to see it. Anybody who saw the solar eclipse probably ain't see it, probably wasn't interested, because I don't know, you probably ain't got a soul. You not into things like that. But it was a beautiful experience. And if you had a chance to see it and you saw it, that's good thing. That, but if you out here and like, it wasn't nothing. Nah, I'm here to tell you from a motherfucker that was about to miss it like you, cause you missed it. But from a motherfucker that didn't miss it, from a motherfucker that was like not gonna pay that shit no mind. Now I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't miss it. I'm glad I ain't missed that shit. Yo, for real, I ain't glad I missed this. And here's one thing you ain't gonna miss too. A motherfucking track by Vito Blaze. I'm about to drop right now for your ass. And after that track, come on back, cause I got more things to talk about. Yo, you know, I was thinking about robbing a couple of motherfuckers during their clip. Yeah, as soon as they look up, like, wow. Then they look down like, wow. Anyway, I gotta get back. Start this podcast. Yeah, yo. I want to get back. That was a Vito Blaze track. You know, that shit was hot. I know y'all shit was bumping that shit loud as he can be. Matter of fact, here's another thing that Vito Blaze is about to do too. And I need y'all to hear this too. Matter of fact, keep y'all volume up too. Don't even turn that shit down. That shit was up during the track and shit. Why don't you keep that shit up for this announcement? I'm doing my comedy special on April 20th. And I ain't going to be doing one shows, but I'm doing two shows. One at 8 p.m. and one at 10:30 p.m. Okay? It's BYOB and BYOJ. You know what that means? That means bring your own beers, bring your own drinks, bring whatever. Bring your own bottles. We don't care. We ain't got no bar. That's what I'm telling you. So you could just bring whatever. And we ain't even going to tell you, hey, yo, you can't even drink that. Nah, you could drink that. Matter of fact, and guess what? You could smoke that too. You can bring your own J's, bring your own joints. That's right. If you smoke up, toke up, you can smoke up, toke up in front while the special is taping. Cause that's what we're doing. We are taping a comedy special in a place where you can smoke your own, where you can smoke and drink. All right. This ain't no bar affair. This is a bootlegged affair and we doing it right here in Montreal, Quebec. It's going to be at the Art Loft, 4152 St. Boulevard, St. Laurent. You can get your tickets online. You can get your tickets at the door. Okay. Even if they ain't got if you don't feel like doing the transactions online, cool. Just come through the door and pay us 20 in cash and you get through the door because that's right. Tickets online and at the door. Okay. So shouldn't nothing stop you on April 20th. If you're going to be at Tam Tams on April 20th, or you could just come to my comedy special right later because that's just like 2 minutes away from Tam Tams. It's not even far from Tam Tams. You can just walk right down the hill or right across the park and you're right there. And you could come see me tape my comedy special, which will be airing. I mean, it'll be streaming wherever the fuck I could stream my comedy special. We ain't doing that shit for nothing. We ain't doing it for nothing. Okay, so come through and be part of history and look out for matter of fact, get your tickets right now for the Just Blaze comedy special taping. Look up on tickets are on Eventbrite. When I mean tickets are online, go to eventbrite.ca. or eventbrite.com. If you in the U.S. and you hear this or wherever the fuck you are in the world and you like, hey, yo, you know what? I might just go to Canada to go check this out. It's on April 20th, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. 2024. Yeah, that's what it is for the 2024. And speaking of the 2024, you know what? I just saw WrestleMania. I think that was a great show. Night 1 and night 2. I don't know what more I can say about this shit. Cody Rhodes is your new champion. He beat Roman Reigns, but shout out to Roman Reigns for holding it down for damn near 4 years. Tribal chief and shit and making wrestling cool. Cause, you know, motherfuckers was talking about pro wrestling the other day and somebody was like, oh, the Incel Festival. I was like, yo, did you see WrestleMania? And they was like, oh, the Incel Festival. And I was like, well, you know, that joke might have worked maybe like 10 years ago, but like pro wrestling is cool now. It's cool. It's cool. You could probably go to your office and somebody's popping off. Somebody's popping off about how WrestleMania was lit this past weekend. And it was crazy because usually when you have WrestleMania back in the day, it was only one night, but now they had it. They've been having it for 2 nights for like 5 years now. And at first it seemed like too long, but now it just seems right because now it's just a weekend of just WrestleMania festival. They were probably back in the day. Maybe we didn't see it. Maybe it was like, oh shit, you know what? This shit is too fun. It should be 2 days. And now we see it. It is 2 days. Soon it might be a whole week. And we ain't even gonna lose no sleep over that shit. Imagine WrestleMania for a whole week. By the time that shit pop up in Montreal, because I got a real theory. Here's my theory. Once the Big O roof gets repaired, we're going to get WrestleMania and the Olympics. They're coming back. So as soon as that roof gets repaired in the Big O, the Olympic Stadium here in Montreal, because the roof is all fucked up. But once the roof gets repaired, that shit, it's a wrap. Taylor Swift is coming back. She says she's going to have a concert here. And, you know, all the Swifties coming out for that. And then once people see how much money that shit making, yo, that shit's going to be crazy. That shit's going to start popping on. Anyway, that's my thoughts on WrestleMania. It was pretty good. I was kind of upset that Gunther did fucking lose he lost the Intercontinental Championship. I'm pissed about that. I should be happy because hometown Sammy won the belt, and wow, he gets to defend it here in Raw, here in Montreal. I get to go see that live. I like seeing wrestling events live because the fireworks pop off. You get to watch them while you're high on shrooms. Like, I'm going to be fucked up on shrooms before I even get to this venue. Okay. And as soon as the fireworks pop off, I'm just like, oh, you know, like that's the way how to see fireworks and shit like that. It's pretty cool. And you know the thing where you see on TV and it's like a 3D effect, like a lot of people can't see that in real life. But when I'm high on shrooms, I get to see that shit. I get to see the 3D effects and all of that. Yeah, that you thought they were computer generated. They're computer generated. They got to be computer generated on the TV. But when you in real life events, to see those little images, those computer generated, I seen them shits though. I seen them shits. You gotta take you can't see them shits take like 2 grams. You gotta take like at least 5 grams. And it gotta be with some real potent shit too. But like hit me up. I can tell you all the details about that. You know what I'm saying? But WrestleMania was still lit. And you know what's crazy? I had predictions. I could have done a whole podcast on my predictions and shit. And y'all would have played that shit right now. And y'all would have like, oh damn, he right, except this one thing. And that was that Gunther. But everything else I predicted. Night 1, motherfucker was going to lose that tag match. But night 2, Cody Rhodes was still going to win. And I even predicted the wild ass outcome. I just didn't think Undertaker and John Cena was going to finish the shit. That's what I didn't expect. Like them two to be involved in this shit. I thought it would have been cool if they had like everybody who had beef with the bloodline from the past year. And then that would have been enough right there. Like you didn't need to have Undertaker, The Rock. Could have Kevin Owens come back. Who else had beef with this motherfucking Roman Reigns? Like anybody who was still face, or even all the heels too. That's what it made. That's what it would have made crazy. Like even all the heels would have came back on Roman. Like even though we don't like Drew, have him come back. Even though we don't like AJ, like all the motherfuckers that fought Roman. And that would have been a classic. That would have been like the end game. Yeah, I need Cena, Undertaker to tell that story. I would have went with those guys, and it would have brought up the talent, but I think it would have played out the story. That's what y'all was looking for, right? For Cody Rhodes to finish that story and the whole story of how Roman was dominating WWE and how he came from AEW to kill that. And that was beautiful though. I almost cried when Cody won. Cause he was dedicating shit to his pops, his daughter, people all around. And I think Brody's little kid was there. It was dope. So shout out to Cody Rhodes. And shout out to Triple H. We are in a new era for the Triple H era. Shout out to Triple H. And, yeah. And wrestling's hot. I mean, right now, motherfuckers talking about the CM Punk shit. CM Punk and Young Bucks. CM Punk had a fight that got him fired off of AEW, right? And he already explained what the fight, he was on a recent podcast explaining what the hell happened, right? Now, AEW plays a video during AEW Dynamite this past week. Now, guess what? Thinking they was going to expose CM Punk, but they ain't exposed shit, really, in my eyes, and in a lot of other people's eyes. They just exposed what CM Punk was saying, what he was saying. It's like, he didn't say anything to wreck him. He didn't say anything that said, yo, I didn't touch him, but, like, he didn't say, and yeah, it does look like the homie did assault him. But it looks like why he assaulted was right. Now, maybe you want to say, hey, he touched him, whatever. But, yo, in that environment, and I felt like the OG had to show that young G what to do. Okay? If Jack Perry said that shit, then maybe, yeah, Jack Perry came a little hot. He had to be smacked a little bit down. I'm with CM Punk with that. And plus, in a professional place, that shit wouldn't even happen anyway. Cause it was like, yo, I mean, the guy was CM Punk was just trying to give him a little advice, and Jack Perry got a little hot head about it. Maybe CM Punk, you know what? CM Punk did have an ego, and he did take things a little too far. But I feel like in that way, in that situation, maybe he should. Cause that's what CM Punk does. He's a guy that takes shit too far, and he's just being true to his motherfucking character. Maybe that's just who he be. He's just taking a guy, he's just a habitual line stepper. You know what I'm saying? You know, a motherfucker that just steps over the line all the time, just habitually. That's just who he is. And he true to that. He did said that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, crossed his damn line, and then he had to step over the goddamn line and choke the motherfucker a few times. Jack Perry a few times. That motherfucker was calling it a chokehold. Samoa Joe was like, yo, CM Punk, you gotta let him go. And since then, Jack Perry ain't been right since. He ain't been right since. You seen him in the new, he wrestling in the independent scene, and in the independent scene, he taunting CM Punk. Like CM Punk got time for this motherfucker in the Jack Perry. CM major money, major buck, CM Punk. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap that up, and I'm gonna wrap this podcast up, yo. Y'all be safe out there on the road, man. Make sure y'all look out for that comedy special that I'm taping April 20th, people. April 20th. 2 shows, too. One at 8 p.m., one at 10 p.m., guys. All right? The address is 4152 Boulevard St. Laurent. You can get your tickets at the door, too. All right? I'll see you there. Stay lit. If you enjoyed that episode and would like to keep up with all the latest and future episodes of Rapid Flames Podcast, then please subscribe to the Rapid Flames Podcast on YouTube and all podcast available platforms, because we're available on all of them. So tune in and stay with us. Stay with us. Stay locked in. Stay lit.